Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Yes, we've made it to the letter L. We finished the M's. M's were something, weren't they? We had Mozart, we had Mahler, we had Mussorgsky, we had Messiaen, there are a lot of really big M's. There's some big L's too, but not as many as the M's. And we have a small group of discs to talk about in this particular chat. Only 4, actually. But I wanted to do it this way because after these guys comes Lyatoshinsky, and I've got a big clump of Lyatoshinsky. And I also wanted to give Boris Lyatoshinsky, there he is, his moment in the sun, because he's a very, very good composer. He's a Ukrainian composer. And his dates were 1895 to 1968. His style is romantic nationalist, along the lines of, Tchaikovsky / Rachmaninoff meets Shostakovich. You know the school. You know the style. So if you're into that style, then you're going to really enjoy these symphonies. I find them to be very powerful works. I have a bunch of them upstairs and some of them down here from, the earliest ones that I got, because he did get a good bit of attention in the past couple decades, and deservedly so, particularly for this, his first symphony and his symphonic ballad, Grazina, which is a very dramatic and turbulent work. These are with the Ukraine State Symphony Orchestra under our good friend Theodore Kuchar, who is going to deliver fine performances of this music. He knows it well. It really was smart of Naxos / Marco Polo to get people who are familiar with the music that they're recording. It may be unfamiliar to us, but they don't deliver performances that are in any way uncommitted or just playing the notes to get the thing on disc without understanding what they're doing. So this was the first disc in the Marco Polo series, and it's a very, very good one. And the first symphony is a big work. It's like 36, 37 minutes, and powerful stuff. Very, very good stuff. Symphonies 2 and 3 are right here on this other disc. Now, the third has been recorded a couple of times, actually. There was a newer recording on Chandos, I think, fairly recently. But these are major works. 76 minutes for the 2 symphonies. The second has 3 movements. It begins with Lento Tenebroso, e con maestà. Come on. A dark, slow thing with majesty. You gotta love it, right? And the third symphony may be his greatest. This is a big, big romantic, pull out all the stops, let it all hang out. Fantastic piece of music. You should get to know it without delay. If you don't, his third symphony in B minor, Opus 50. Once again, the performances are very good. They were recorded in Kyiv in 1993. The sound is good. The performances are terrific. So there you go. Then on on CPO, which was also doing the Lyatoshinsky symphonies, we have numbers 4 and 5. And they are, let's see, what is this one? When was this done? 1994, with the Krakow Philharmonic under Roland Bader. Now, the fifth symphony is marked Slavonic. It comes from 1966, just 2 years before he passed away. And it's a little bit more relaxed than the other ones. And it's a more, Slavic. Don't you love Slavic? How can you not love Slavic? I love Slavic. It's where my ancestors came from Slovakia. So there you go. So that's on CPO, and that's well worth having. So that's Lyatoshinsky, and those are the only discs I have down here in the Overflow room. But like I said, there are others, and he is really worth getting to know as a serious composer. He was possibly Ukraine's major symphonist in the 20th century, or at least the first half of it. So that's that. Then we have one disc. Again, I have more stuff elsewhere, but just one down here of Lyapunov. Now, Lyapunov lived from 1859 to 1924, and he's basically Tchaikovsky and Rachmaninoff and Borodin and all of those people without the tunes. I wish he had the tunes. He had very pretty orchestration and a somewhat, I don't know what you call it, weak rhythmic facility. His most famous work is his Transcendental Etudes for piano, which are a lot of fun. And he did, of course, write a tone poem called Hashish, which is also tons of fun. But we have here his first symphony, which is borrowed in second without the tunes, like I said, and his Piano Concerto No. 2, which is 17 minutes of fireworks, wonderfully played by Howard Shelley. And we've got, let's see, the BBC Philharmonic under Vasily Sinaisky. You also get his Polonaise, Opus 16, just a lot of fun as an encore. I mean, Lyapunov is one of those composers who you know is second rate, but you don't care. I mean, you just listen to it and it's fun. And this bit reminds you of Tchaikovsky, and this bit reminds you of Borodin, and this bit reminds you of Rimsky-Korsakov, and it's all just fine. Because he was very skilled as a craftsman. He knows what he's imitating, and if he isn't as good, well, you know, it's not a crime. So there you have it, my friends. It's a short little excursion from the Overflow room. Keep on listening and take care.